it was very like surreal looking through all the stuff and like.
Moving his stats up.
Originally named Toaster, Spectral View are a new band on the scene that are causing massive waves. But how do things really go behind the scenes? But firstly, it's important to introduce who we're dealing with here.
I'm Aaron and I play the lead guitar.
I'm Luke and I play the drums.
I'm Evan, I play rhythm guitar and I sing from time to time.
I'm Jamie and I play.
We'll get to that bit later.
Pulling it back to when you first met, how did you guys become a band?
I it was like, I don't know what, this time kind of last year when we started kind of practicing, but I kind of tried to form a few bands around just with people that I knew, and then just ended up asking Evan after like, it's like the band society at Strathclyde. I just asked him to come jam with the old bassist as well, and then Luke. And I just ended up, I think he replied to like a message or
Yeah, I replied to
a story or something, and then it was just like, and then we've only really been gigging since around September this year, so don't even know, it's a half year.
Yeah,
6 months.
Yeah.
pretty much.
So when you first got together, were you just doing it for fun, or did you actually think you'd go for success? Or
It was the Band Society show, wasn't it? Probably the main reason. Originally.
Yeah, I mean, but it's still like, even now it's still a hobby for all of us, I think, but it's obviously got the extension of being like, I think for all of us it's serious, you know. I still kind of view playing guitar as a hobby because I enjoy it and I love it, but with the band it's like a whole different kind of world, you know.
Aye.
But I would still say it's fun, you know, it's good.
The band have released 4 songs across all platforms, with the most successful being their first Spotify release, Benzocaine, which mounted over 9,000 listens all in all.
not too long ago, a couple months ago, you released your first song on Spotify, Benzocaine. Talk to me about the performance of the song. Were you surprised at how well it was received? Or?
Yeah, very much so surprised at how well it was received. I don't think any were expecting like it to. I don't know whether or it was like because it was the first one or like, but so many people listened to it. It was very like surreal looking through all the stuff and like.
Moving his stats up.
I think it was nice as well because it was. I feel like it was. At least it was my favourite song out of the bunch that we recorded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like listening to it back, it was like, yeah, I would actually like I'd sit and listen to this song, and whoever I showed really liked it as well. So it was like the fact that it actually like got validated a wee bit on Spotify was really nice.
For me, it was when you could see that people were listening to it. When you see like 10 people are listening to it, and you were like,
it's mental, like.
Why are 10 people listening to us?
Benzocaine might have been the band's official first release, but if you look a bit further on SoundCloud, they had some other releases like Red Eye Blues and Velvet.
So before you moved to Spotify, you were also on SoundCloud and you've released a couple songs there as well. How do you feel about the older releases?
It's like Mardon, isn't it? Thanks, Evan.
Do you still like them, or
No.
would you move any else?
Red Eye Blues, I like Red Eye Blues. I always have a soft spot for it, like.
I
But
don't like the recording of it though,
yeah, garage band.
because we decided to do it ourselves, and it's
Velvet. That was the first
Is that not
thing.
recorded here?
That was
Aye,
that
in
was
this room.
recorded. Not in. It wasn't in this room.
So
That was, it was upstairs.
It was Breathe Again we recorded in
Oh,
here.
was it? I read.
It never got
like
released.
Spectral View Lost Media was recorded in this room.
Surprised you
but
know about that.
yeah, don't listen to anything that's on the old SoundCloud, please.
But just prior to filming this documentary, the band dropped their second Spotify release, Epiphany in brackets Luke's song, a fan favourite at live performances.
Now, moving back into Spotify, you've recently released Epiphany. So how do you find the process of that song? How was writing it? Look, I presume you did a lot of the writing, having Luke's song in
Well,
brackets.
I kind of brought lyrics, and then
First verse.
I brought the first verse and your first speaking part, and then
Yeah.
you took it and wrote a chorus to it.
It was forever known as, like, we'd be in the studio and it would be like, oh, should we run Luke's song as just like, because it didn't have a title, and then it just sort of like came
Stop.
to record it and release it, and we were just like, we'll just call it Luke's song because it's like
At least in brackets, yeah.
at least
Exactly. I'm quite chuffed about it because it looks like it's like I wrote the full thing.
Everyone always said it was the best one like, in the first gig as well. I think it wasn't like fully formed then, but everyone was like, yeah, no, that was our favourite, which I was surprised by. But yeah,
Yeah, it was definitely those two, like Benzica
Aye.
and Epiphany,
Those
was the
two.
two that people would come up to and be like, yeah, those were amazing, and that was definitely like influenced the stuff that we went away and recorded over Christmas.
However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows because even small bands need to deal with change. Prior to the film of this documentary, the band split ways with their bassist due to internal conflict, and in his place, a new member.
I'm Jamie and I play bass.
How does it feel to join the band? Are you excited to work with them or?
Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. I mean, they've liked some of the stuff I've come up with, so should be good in the future, I hope.
And did you know who they were before you joined, or was it
A little bit, because I was friends with Liam, the old bassist, before I joined, and he was always going on about like what you guys were up to and stuff, and he was showing me Benzica when it released as well. Then I remember like we had one trip to the Union where he was talking to me about how he was going to leave, and then I asked him if he could put my name in as a little recommendation, and then he did it, and I was very thankful for that.
So also you recently changed bassist. How was the transition there? Did it kind of put you on a standstill as a band, or?
It was definitely hard, for some of us, but I think having Jamie in is just a big breath of fresh air, like, you know.
Yeah, it's brought a new style in as well.
Yeah,
Aye.
yeah.
Back in December, the band were nice enough to invite me along to a gig they were doing in the prestigious King Tut's, a place that's starting to feel very familiar to them.
Home sweet home, man.
During this gig I got to capture some behind the scenes of their personalities and some of their amazing on-stage performance. Determined not just to be a fluke, the band's goals are high and they're willing to work hard to see the success that they desire.
What are your personal goals? How far do you think you can go? Do you think you'll be the next big thing, or are you happy with where you're at?
Glastonbury Legends stage
Yeah.
is where I foresee this band.
That'll be alright.
If I can make a living, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, that'd be
that's-
nice, yeah.
Yeah, just
think
just making enough to survive.
I thought if that wouldn't be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was always kind of the notion, like,
Yeah.
if well, all of us, like, if we could be in a band and that be what we do as a job, like, so we're not washing dishes or, like, you know, I don't even know.
Stocking shelves.
Yeah, like, if that could provide money for us, that would be great, but, like, at the end of the day, it's still about
Put the fries in the bag.
saying, yeah, no, I don't want to be putting any fries in any bags, like.
Sorry, Josh.
There's a lot of pressure on trying to make it big, but it's important to still just be yourself. In all, in truth, behind the scenes they're just normal young guys who like to mess around and have a laugh. It'll be interesting to see where the band goes next, but undoubtedly it'll be upwards. New, hot in the scene, already thriving. This is Spectral View.
That's cruel reality. Nothing here is any good.
Well done.
Right, well, cool.
Cheers again.
Thanks. Oh, no, thank you.